Morning guys, welcome back to the farm. This video is our first cut silage video. I had intended on doing a couple videos on this and kind of spreading it out, but I haven't really had the time to kind of make, I guess, a whole concisive video like I had wanted. So it ended up being just bits and pieces, and I haven't had time to edit it either. So, that's why it's been such a long stretch between the last video and this one. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Not exactly how I had planned it out, but I mean, what can you do? So, bear with me. Hopefully it's not too bad. We'll see when I go to edit it. There should be some gems in there somewhere, but it is what it is. So enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one, I guess. Started raising it up. Morning guys, welcome back to the farm. It's actually the afternoon, but yeah, things got pretty hectic pretty quick. It's Tuesday, so we're well on our way into first cut silage here now. Of course, we had some problems. Alright, I just ran out of grease. That's always the way it works, isn't it? But I greased the ones I wanted to get greased, so anyway. continues. Flat tire on the white again. I didn't show the last time I went flat, I guess, but it was before we put it on the mower. Dad took the tire off and we put one of the duals on that we had. He patched up the tube and put it all back together, and it was alright for a little while, but as you can tell, I mean, it's flat. But only on the bottom. Yeah, the plan is I got the generator already. I'm gonna get the air compressor, I'm gonna fill up the tire, we're gonna take it off the mower, and we're gonna put this one on the blower, and put the 6280 on the mower. That's my plan. So I can literally hear the air leaking out from the valve, around the valve stem on the rim, so we're gonna act fast here, I guess. Well, as you can see, back mowing. Had a flat tire on the white, so put the 6280 on the mower, and the weight is on the silage blower. We'll probably block up that one side, the tire up flat. We actually replaced that tire, sort of, 2 weeks ago. Dad took one of the duals that we have, took the tire off it, patched the tube, put it all together, and we figured it'd be alright, but I guess the tube is just too far gone. I don't think there's anything really terribly wrong with the tire this time, other than it's completely bald. So. Anyway, like I said before, it's due for a new set of tires, and eventually it'll get the set. I don't know when it's going to be. Hopefully sooner rather than later, because it's a little bit inconvenient, switching tractors around and whatnot, filling tires. So anyway, I'm going to miss the power of the 6280 on the blower, but the weight will be pretty good. The weight's around 100 horsepower. This one's 120. Anyway, I don't really need the power on the mower, but here we are. So, anyway, it'll be alright, it'll all work out in the end. We filled the first silo, the small silo. We didn't fill it actually, it's 3/4 full maybe, but we didn't want to fill it. We just put enough in it to hopefully get us through until corn. Ideally, that silo will be empty when it's time for corn to go in. So now we're moving on to the bigger silo, 60-foot silo, and we'll put the rest of first cut in that. So yeah, we probably put a little less than half, I guess. Maybe around half, I'm not 100% sure. We got this field I'm doing right now. Another 2 fields here next to it. Another field, this is the biggest of these 2 guys. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. We do have that 12 or 13 acres that we planted seeding in. Harvesting that just yet, chopping that just yet, later on. So, yeah, don't want to ramble on too much. But it's been, alright. I've been trying to get a half decent video going most of the week, but it's just been like one thing after the other. Every day something has kind of gone wrong. Yeah, I think Thursday I started lifting up the silo motor. And it wasn't that very long before the chain fell off. It runs the winch. And yeah, that was a bit of pain sorting that out. The bolts to adjust, the chain is pretty well wore out. But the bolts to adjust it were there to get out, the heads were rusted and grounded off. Anyway, got it eventually. The motor quit working. Not sure. Well, just a couple of wires got corroded and messing around. Working on the winch, then they get torn or whatever. So, yeah, just one thing after the other. Oh, the mower, I burnt the belts off that twice so far. I burnt the original belts off, and then it's a match set, which we couldn't get right away. So we picked up just 3 belts that fit on it, 3 new belts, put them on there, and they weren't a match set, but I hope it'll just be alright. And I burnt those off in no time. But 2 of them are still salvageable. They just got flung off, I think. One of them got burnt off. 2 just got flung off. So we were able to get going with just the 2. I just had to drive, pretty slow mowing. Yeah, so now we got the rig belts back on again. I can pick up some pace a little bit here, but I'm just going slow for a minute here while I talk to the camera. I'm still doing the open grounds here, guys. So no big rush or anything. So, that'd be it. So yeah, that's kind of what we've been up to. First cut, kind of hectic. Kind of all over the place. Yeah, I hope to get some half-decent video footage for you guys here before the weekend's out. I hope to put a video up on Saturday. That's my plan. I'm gonna get these outside rounds done, and I gotta switch the hoses for the lift up as I put them in backwards. Down is up, down. So anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow, I guess, doing something else. Alright, so it's the next day, Friday. I don't even know what video or where we're at in this video. It's going to be a complete mess. But we'll try to make something out of it. Just came back from mowing with the 6280. I did another 3. Yeah, I did another 3 fields today. 2 of which are the ones that we drilled that alfalfa into. We're not going to see much yet. Maybe second cut when it comes back. We'll see something. I don't know. Still looks like crap. I think it needs to be plowed and reseeded. But anyway, that's another story. But it looks pretty good now because I cut it all and it's flat. So anyway, as you can see, maybe not. The white is on the blower. I think I didn't mention that yesterday or something. I don't know where I'm at in this video. It's a mess. I told you, it's a mess. But yeah, I just came home to do some chores. We're putting in the field that was cut last night. Dad's chopping, and my uncle is blowing silage, hauling wagons, etc. So anyway, busy times. Another full day ahead of us tomorrow too, I guess. Just thought I'd mention too, we finally have gotten past the little heat wave we had. It was like 40 degrees yesterday with the humidity. Celsius, but it's nice and cool today. It's much better. I almost need a shirt on with the wind. It's just beautiful. Still got the sun though, so stuff is drying pretty good. And yeah, first cut's going pretty good for weather anyway so far. And I did want to mention the other thing I thought of was all the other mishaps and calamities that we've had so far this year. I hit a rock with the mower 2 or 3 days ago now. It wasn't a big deal, but I hit a rock and it went up onto the cutter bar, and it must have bounced from like one side of the cutter bar to the other, and it took out like, I think it was a dozen knives I bent. Yeah, I bent a dozen knives on the mower, and then I think there's a few more I even hit with a hammer trying to straighten back out again to finish the field or whatever. So that mower, we've had it now, I don't know, 4 years anyway, and I've replaced maybe 4 or 5 blades on it, like in that entire time, and then in one shot I bent a dozen blades or more. So that was fun. But anyway, not a big deal. We got past it. It was a pain changing all the blades, but yeah, way she goes, I guess. So continuing on. All right, just a brief update. It's Saturday morning. So this field is done. This whole section is done. This is done. This is done. This is done. This is corn. This is not done. And this one way up here, it goes back further, but it's not on the map. That's not done. That's corn. And this section here, that's the corn we just talked about. That's done. This here has gone into the big silo. This one we're working on right now. This one we're working on right now. I mowed this morning, and we got this to do yet. This isn't cut either. Yeah, and this is pasture. So, oh yeah, and this isn't done. I haven't cut this yet either. And there's more fields there, but that's hay. So that's where we're at. Well, it's now Sunday. First cut continues. Dad's chopping, as you just seen. I'm hauling wagons back and forth with the 1594. Uncle's back home blowing silage. I don't know if I mentioned or not, but we only got 2 wagons. The second Gale wagon is, well, it's broke anyway. It was broke last fall. Anyway, yeah, I'm waiting for Dad to finish filling this load and I'm going to take it home. It's pretty dry, actually. Probably should have went in last night. But anyway, what can you do? Well, I got my load. Heading home. Alright, so it's Monday morning. We finally got rained out. We got rain last night and some this morning, and the rest of the week actually looks kind of iffy, but yeah, we'll see how it goes. Anyway, we got a little bit left to do. I'll show you guys here on Google Earth. Alright, so here's the Google Earth of the farm. We got this field up here that we have to do yet. This is down the road, down the main road. We got this field to do. We got a road through here. We used to have to go down the road for this one too, but we put a road through right here. And this field we have to do yet, and the bottom section of this field, and this part too, that whole section. This is corn this year we planted. I had the drone shots planting that one. This field is corn to here, I think. Yes, corn to there, and this is corn again. It was corn in this aerial picture. So that's where we're at. That's what we got left. This is done. This whole section is done. This field is done. This field is done. This section is done, much like it is in this aerial image. This whole section is done here. So yeah, we're more than halfway for sure, probably 75%. Well, we're still continuing on with first cut. We got all but one field to cut. I'm going to cut that later on. It's just starting to rain right now. Cows are taking the hint. No, they stopped. They were starting to run towards the barn, but anyway, hopefully it doesn't rain too much. We're chopping right now. I'm just gonna take the other wagon over to Dad. Just a little sun shower, I hope. Head out with the wagon. Well, we're rained out for now. It's gotten sun here since, but everything got pretty wet, so try again later or tomorrow or something. Hopefully we get some sun. Well, I just thought I'd check in and give you guys a quick update. It is now Saturday, June 29th, and we're getting near the end. I got everything cut that has to go in. Cut the last field last night, yesterday evening actually. So, just hold on here. So I just put 2 loads in, one from one field, one from another field. And the first field, Dad thought the windrows were a bit heavy. Basically what happened was, that was the field we started on yesterday. We raked it, then it got rained on a bit, then we raked it by just moving the windrows over, and then it rained on again, and then we removed the windrows over a second time, and Dad thought that maybe it was bunching up under the tractor when it was being raked. So anyway, he decided to ted it back out, which he's doing right now. And we started on the second field, and the first windrow on that one, I tripled it, but I thought it was kind of heavy, and the rest of the field I only doubled up. But he started at that field yesterday, and he decided he was just gonna ted that one too, that first row back out, and ted it up again, or rake it up again. So yeah, that field would have got rained on a bit too. So anyway, just a bit of a, I don't know, delay, I guess. But I got some time here now, so I'm going to grease up the blower and whatnot. So I'm gonna put some fuel in the white also, and yeah, then we'll get back at her. So hopefully we're gonna get this done here between today and tomorrow. Well, we pretty much have to because it's on the ground and it's gonna rain. So we'll get her done. Pretty slow going. I think there's something wrong with the slip clutch on the head there, but no one here tells it. Yeah, I'm gonna figure it out on its own. This whole field is only doubled up, so not that bad really. Well, as you can see, that slip clutch is still slipping a little bit more than it should be, I think. But anyway, this is the last field, the first cut. Well, the weather has deteriorated. It's now raining, as you can see, so that's awesome. Yeah, we only got a couple loads left here though, so I don't know, hopefully we can get it in. If not, yeah, I don't know. Gotta get it in and then get the silage covered in the silo, and yeah, just a little bit left. We're on the home stretch. Well, unfortunately the rain isn't stopping, and it's getting too wet. Dad's having trouble chopping it. It gets kind of tough when it's wet, and then you get the clutch slipping, and as you can see here, it's starting to make kind of ruts in the field. We don't want that, so yeah, I don't know, there's not a whole lot left. I don't know what the plan is. We're going to try and get it some other day, or just blow it back on the field or whatever. There's not a whole lot left, but it's just not worth tearing stuff up or whatever. So anyway, wait till he finishes with this one and haul it home, and that'll be it, I guess. Alright, change of plans. We're just going to finish it. It's probably 2 or 3 loads left-ish. So, get her done, I guess. guess it's still raining, so this will be the last load. We're gonna get it all on this one, and then that's it for first cut. At least it's for silage. We still got hay to do, mind you, but yeah, it's getting pretty muddy around, especially the entrance here. But way she goes, I guess.